up? It's your girl Kim Ray and you're watching Kim Ray Music TV. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe down below to my channel, like this video, share the video, and comment down below on what you thought about this week's episode of Star. If you are not following me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I don't know why you're not. I don't understand it. But let's fix it. Go to Instagram now. Go to Twitter now. Press pause. I'll wait. Go to all these places and follow me on all these platforms so that we can keep up with each other. Okay? We see each other. All right. So anyway, y'all, let's get into this episode of Star. So this episode was good. Okay, I know I say that every week, but it was good. Let me get to my notes because a lot popped off. Y'all know it's Thursday, so I watched it yesterday. I just be so emotionally drained after I watch the show. So much is going on all at once. You got Noah, you got Alex, you got, Star, you got Simone, you got Miss C, you got Cotton, you got, everybody is doing something, right? So let's go. So Star, we see that she just done popped up. She's on the ground and one of the inmates who's doing some mopping has found her on the ground, walks up to her. We see that she's not dead. But it was a nice cliffhanger for last week. Had us all wondering, checking her IG to see if, she was killed off the show. But like I was saying, she's Star. She can't be killed off. So anyway, she pops up. We see that she's in the hospital. They've put her in a medically induced coma, and it's not looking good for Star. She is swaddled up like baby Jesus, okay? And while all this is going on, Miss C is back, looking refreshed, rejuvenated, got the red bob, the ombre red bob, looking good. The girls are setting up for a welcome home party. They have not yet found out about Star, but we are happy to see Miss C back. I was like, how many episodes has it been since we've seen her? I feel like we ain't seen her all season, but that's not true. But we haven't seen her in a while. Okay, so Star, that's her situation this episode. She's in the coma. Different people are visiting her. There was a touching part where Simone brings Davis in there, and when people are in a coma, they say they can still hear you. So you like to talk to them and let them know that you're still there, and bring their baby by, maybe bring their pet by, bring familiarities around, so maybe that'll help them get better faster. So Simone is singing to her, and then we see Star in this dream sequence where, she's singing with Simone. And I really thought, okay, she's going to wake up right here, because that would have been predictable. But she did not wake up still in that moment. I'm like, y'all is really going on episode and episode without Star. She's the main character. I need more of Star in my life. So while all that is going on, Noah comes by to see her, and he can't believe it. Y'all know he's had to be a single dad. He got in the car accident, so he has his back problems. The baby's just crying. So his thing this episode is trying to maintain it all. His lawyer girlfriend comes back, couldn't figure out why her hair was so flat. I don't know if they were doing that on purpose. I don't know. It just didn't look good on her, and her hair usually looks great. So let's speed up Noah's part, okay? Think about it. He's a single dad. First of all, he just found out that was his kid the day the baby was born, so didn't have much time for preparation. Within that same week, got in a car accident, injured his back, trying to, he just got this ASA nomination, but can't dance, can't fully perform without being medicated, and the medication he's addicted to, and still having to deal with this new baby at home. So he has all these things going on, all these stressors going on, and Noah gives into it. He's venting to Star, saying, the comatose Star, that he doesn't know if he can do all this. He doesn't know how she does it. She's so strong, and he's like, I can't be all this for all these people, and we see that when he decides to take them 2 pills, because Davis is just crying. Noah gets so high that he's dancing around. Davis is just screaming at the top of his lungs, crying. He puts the bottle on the stove in the water, and then he throws the towel over the stove, over the pot. So then the baby towel catches on fire, And he didn't pass out and he didn't hit the ground. So the baby is crying. The smoke detector is going off. And he is that high. So he could have potentially killed their baby. And that's what lawyer girlfriend said later on. You know, you could have killed your son. You need to get help. Simone comes in, and y'all, I've been telling y'all, Simone has a lot of her sister in her right about now. She's like, I'm not about to play with my nephew. You will not be having, you won't have him. So she goes to get her nephew. She comes in just in time. Okay, and what I will say is, you know, to be young, to be a celebrity, to have a baby who won't stop crying, to have back pain, to have medication that you can take, but you're clearly addicted to it, it's like a lot on the mental. Who does he really have that's not riding on him? Just like that Leandria situation in Neonla. You know, who does Noah have in his corner who doesn't benefit from him, you know, getting up there on the stage? Maurice benefits from him when he gets up on stage and he's high. Now Maurice may not know he's high, but he's fully functional when he's high, right? So, you know, all these people benefit off of him when he's doing what he does to make money, because they're all making money. They all look good. So who does he have other than Star that is looking out for him? Because lawyer girlfriend, she just seemed like, you know, she just want this young thing and she kissing on him and she's saying she love him. But it's like, you seen the bottle of pills and you thought, what? Like, and then I'm thinking, like, what does she want for herself? Like, you just over there all of his baby mama? I don't know. Anyway, so that's what's going on with Noah. I feel like Miss C gonna step in. You know, Simone, she is going on a tirade next episode. She feel like if you not with it, get out the way. And, you know, sometimes you gotta be that way, to be honest. All right. So, let's talk about Cassie. So Cassie is really trying to deal with her past. And we see her, you know, in the beginning of the episode, she is having a vision of her and Maurice getting it on. Okay, and she's saying, yes, yes. But, you know, it turns out it's like a little dream or whatever. But clearly there's chemistry between her and Maurice. But I'm thinking, like, was Miss Carlotta really that into him? And I really think that she was. I can't remember the beginning of the season. Y'all remember when she was with Tyrese? But I know that they were together and they were like a thing, like fully a thing. So Cassie feels like she don't even want to get into that, but you can clearly see that there's chemistry there. He's there for her. He's telling her things about herself that she's never heard because, you know, her dad never gave her that attention. And that fully manifests in our community. As women, a lot of us are raised as fatherless daughters. You know, we have a step parent who comes in, you know, and we're fortunate enough to have that. But in most cases, we have single mothers. So we are raised to be independent, raised on the more female side of things. So to see Cassie, you know, feel like she has to give in to Xander, who she's been with for so long. They go through their history, and, you know, her mama had him selling drugs, and, you know, so he been in the family, he been around the family, he been stuck on her a long time. So you can see why she's having such a hard time getting rid of him. You know, when the man comes in and puts a plastic bag over your face, first of all, I don't sit with my back towards no door, okay? But he puts a plastic bag over her face. I'm like, why didn't you claw holes in it? It's like Xander messed with her on purpose. He never kills her. He just does things to pick at her and probe at her to make her feel like this is what she deserves. This is what she's supposed to get. And that is the case in so many of these relationships out here today. You do not have to sit there and take something for someone, because if someone's just gonna beat on you, talk down to you, belittle you, it's like something in them. Hello, somebody? It's something in them that's doing that. That is not something that you need to stay around and take. You need to leave now. And I know it just got real up in here, but I'm talking to somebody. Somebody putting their hands on you, even if it's not even that deep. Somebody is saying something to you that you do not like, okay? You feel belittled, you feel unappreciated. Speak up about that, because it's not okay. And I think Cassie's realizing, you know, Miss C is telling her, you don't have to take these things. You just don't. And then Maurice is, you know, this suave man that's telling her, you know, tell me the next time, because he don't need to be doing that. And so, you know, you kind of see what happens with women when they've been with someone for so long and it's just this cycle and they can't get out. They can't see a way out until they see someone better. Now, what I don't like that Cassie, maybe it's more realistic this way, but I don't like when women are getting done wrong by a man, and then the only way that they snap out of it is that a good man comes along. There has to be somewhere in between where a woman realizes, maybe she can befriend Maurice, I don't know, but there has to be a point where a woman realizes this is enough. You know, maybe another friend or a sister like Miss C or a mentor helps them out of it. They start to get themselves together. They start to realize I'm worth more. Then they go on to the new man. I don't like the whole superhero type, let me save this damsel in distress, and now I'm just into a new man, still not doing or thinking for myself, but now I no longer have a bad man, now I have a good man. I don't like that. So Cassie seems like she's getting it. You know, she rolled up on Xander, and you know, she's saying that she told the feds everything. I thought he was gonna shoot her right there, but she must have known that he's cowardly. She must have known that all these years, you know, he just messes with me over and over and over, and he never really does nothing. He just pushes me so close to the line of death just to scare me. And so I know him. And so that was the thing with Cassie. She like rose up on him. She told him all this reckless stuff, and they closed the scene looking like he shot himself in the head. But did he? We don't know. Okay, so we're going to see about Cassie and Maurice and when Miss C find out. Because Cassie also tells Miss C about the guy that her son is alive that she had with Calvin, the stepdad. And she has papers on him. And I was just like, Cassie, now that was not your place to be doing all that. She came in relieved of all of her stuff that was her black clouds and storms and stuff in her life. But it's like, let me reveal yours. Because see, Miss C was doing good. She had just got her groove back. She came back and everything. And it's like Cassie put stuff on her that she didn't even need to put on her. She could have lived her whole life not knowing that this person was alive. Okay? So we gonna see next episode. Cotton. Cotton has turned into the superhero for the Nightwalkers. So Cotton is, you know, she's leaving the club and she sees her old pimp, I guess, and he's roughing up some girl on the side of the building saying that he wants his money. Long story short, she saves a girl, a bunch of girls come to her, and it's looking like Cotton is gonna turn into this superhero. Maybe she's gonna find her calling, open up some type of nonprofit, some type of safe house. Maybe she's gonna do that. Because I wonder, because what does Cotton do? We ain't seen them have no business in this shop for a while. So what does Cotton do? And where's her son? Okay, so that's what was going on with Cotton. Alex and Gigi. So you guys know, well, Alex, Gigi, Derek, Noah. So basically, you guys know that Alex and Derek have had this long withstanding relationship, been through a lot of things. Alex has been through a lot herself within her career, within her like mental, her and her mom, her and her dad, her and Derek, her and Noah, all these things. Remember, she was having panic attacks. She had the girl who was like stalking her. She went through the plane accident. And just, you know, 1 minute. I want to say that Miss C was ministering to Alex because Alex said, what kind of God do you serve that would let Star lay here? And Miss C said, the same kind of God, that would deliver you from the airplane accident. The same kind of God who would allow your boyfriend to rise up and walk again when they said that he would never walk again. So let's not forget what the Lord has done for me. Come on. Come on. Okay, so I like parts like that because it puts into perspective, you know, what the Lord can really do for you. And a lot of times in tragedy, people can't see the Lord. They don't understand. You know, we don't understand. I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to say we don't understand. Because in the light of tragedy, like this Nipsey Hussle thing, it's like, why would you allow it to happen? And I found myself real emotional after yesterday's episode because, you know, the Nipsey Hussle stuff is going on. He was killed by somebody who was literally like around him, in pictures with him, in a music video with him, and you know, just like around the hood. And Nipsey Hussle had done something great for his community, you know, was trying to build it up, and you know, it was apparently this great person, or this person who was turning his life around, and to be killed by basically an act of jealousy. You know, someone who just saw saw you doing something, saw that they were no longer a part of it, because you know, you grow, you get older, and you start to grow apart from childhood friends, childhood people. And you start to realize that different things are for you. You have different interests, you have different goals, and sometimes you grow apart. Or you start to become recognized for things that you're doing. And I honestly feel like in this situation, old boy, Eric Holder, you know, he felt disrespected. He felt like, you know, this person is doing something, maybe leaving me behind, maybe jealous of all the moves that he's making, maybe, you know, felt stupid or silly in front of the rest of the crew, in front of the rest of the friends. And so it's kind of like, it takes you back to that toddler daycare, oh my gosh, what is in my eye, that toddler daycare way of thinking. You know, this person has all the friends, you know, they're more popular than me, and so now I'm angry, I'm bitter. You know, we see it in a lot of Disney movies, we see it in a lot of, you know, these bully situations where a person was just felt left out, and so then they turn. And so in this situation where, you know, this person was doing good, and I'm not a Nipsey Hussle fan, didn't listen to his music, really like Lauren London, seems like a genuine person, but just something about when you see somebody lose the love of their life and see such an impact, the impact that he had on the culture and on, you know, LA, South Central, that area, it's like, and he wasn't somebody who was out here just thugging and killing folks and, you know, inciting riots and stuff. So just to see that, and then watch an episode where Alex is kind of realizing like life is too short, and Star is in the hospital, and it's like real issues. That's why I was saying I really wanted to talk about Star, because it's real issues. You got a single dad, a single young dad, dealing with this crying baby that he knows nothing about. You got Simone dealing with her husband who is deported. I mean, now he's in, you know, it's a safe city. But then you also got Cassie, who's being beat in this relationship, and then you got Miss Carlotta, who had this baby when she was raped by her stepdad, and just now finding out about the baby. And then you have Gigi, who's dealing with PTSD because of this cycle that manifested within the hood, you know, of this drugs. And, you know, she's feeling guilt because that person helped raise her, and she couldn't do anything to save her. And so it's just so many like real issues in this show. The last thing that I want to talk about is Alex and this proposal. So basically, you know, she's asking Derek if he is okay with the fact that her and Noah are going to be performing this song. This is the song that she performed when she cheated on him. You know, she was doing all this extra stuff. They was doing all this flirting. And remember, Derek was in the wheelchair. He was out in the audience. And her and Noah kiss on stage when they're singing the duet. And you could tell that it wasn't fake, tell that it wasn't staged. They get it on in a dressing room. Y'all remember that? Okay, you all caught up. So, you know, anytime you hear that song, it's got to make you think about when your girl was cheating. And, you know, that's why I say Derek is like I just got chills just thinking about it. Derek is a special type of person. And, you know, when you fall in love with somebody and they truly love you for you, it is so refreshing. Okay, because Derek, he don't get spiteful. You know, I don't know very many that could have, you know, went through what they went through. The fact that, you know, Alex, yeah, she was in a situation where she was trying to hold him down and be there for him, but she had all her own issues too. So it was like, it really wasn't being fair to her to have to try to, you know, be Derek's all, and, you know, she felt guilty and all this stuff. And so in her defense, she was dealing with a lot. But they went through a lot of stuff, and I don't know no man that would have stayed with someone who publicly cheated like that. So, you know, Derek he's a rare case. So anyway, so he lets her know, like, I'm comfortable and I trust you. I'm gonna make you my wife one day. I love you to death. So when he said that, I was just like, oh. So the thing that happened next, I don't quite know how I feel about it, because I know that I'm a forward thinker. I like to be progressive. I like to see things as open as I can, as fair as I can. And a lot of times it gets me in trouble because, you know, being a Christian, there may be issues with the way I see things as a Christian in that community, or being black, or being, you know, all these different things. But I always try to strive to be fair and to be a solid, thorough thinker about things, and not be homophobic or xenophobic, and be as open as I can to cultures I don't know, races I don't know. Y'all know what I'm saying. So, and I don't like to subscribe to gender roles all the time. Sometimes I'll take the trash out, but then other times I will feel like, oh, you're the man, I want you to do blah, blah, blah. But it's because it's been instilled in us from day one. We play with baby dolls, you play with G.I. Joes, which are baby dolls. Anyway, but so with all that being said, when Alex gets down on one knee, you know, she set up a romantic night for her and Derek. You know, this whole time I'm watching, I'm thinking, has she ever set up a nice night for Derek? I ain't seen it. So I'm really sitting there thinking like, wow, you ain't never done nothing nice for your man, and he's still there, still ain't never strayed. So anyway, she's kind of walking him through, you know, it was real cute, all like videos and pictures of them together. I definitely would have been boohoo crying. That was so special. And she said she don't want to wait another minute. She loves him. And when she pulled, I said, I know she better not propose. I know she better not. And she got the ring out and she's on one knee. Now listen, when Chrissy did that in Love and Hip Hop, or Jim and Chrissy and Jim, or Jim and Chrissy, I was pissed. Okay, because even right now to this day, they are still not married. They've been together like 9-10 years, they're still not married. I don't know what the holdup is. They was just on marriage boot camp, still not married. Now, I think the reason I got upset is because she loved him, clearly. Loyal to him, down for him. But something was lingering with Jim. Something was lingering with him. You couldn't quite put your finger on it, but he would not go that next level. So it was like she publicly embarrassed herself when she did that. And I really felt for Chrissy, because you know she loves him because she's still with him. So the difference here with Alex is he said that to her first, one day I'm gonna marry you. And he said it out of nowhere. She didn't have to bring it up or pull it out of him or say, when are we gonna get married? And then he gets down with her and he says, of course I'll marry you. Okay, so I don't know, it kind of made me uncomfortable to see a woman down on one knee, you know, asking a man to marry her. But I feel like it challenged what we all see as like the norm. Because why does a man get down on one knee to ask you to be his wife? It's more traditional, right? We're more progressive. We're moving into this space where women can do what men do, and, you know, vice versa. And it's a lot of the first woman to do this, that. Those positions are slowly going away, and now women are doing that is our new norm. So to see a woman get down on one knee and ask a man for his hand, it kind of just had me like, I like this because it's different, but I don't like it because if he would have said no, or if he would have, you know, made her feel like I don't want to do this, then I would have felt sorry for her. But it should be the same for a man. Because if a woman is reluctant, you know, women want to feel like, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Women like to feel like, oh yes, you know, we like to feel like special. And most men, they don't express that they like to feel special. But why would we think that men don't like to feel special? You know what I'm saying? You know, you do, when you think about it in the traditional sense, men go out of their way to do all this stuff for women, for a proposal. And yeah, it's sweet, yeah, it's great. But the man, he don't get all the fanfare. The most of the time, the wedding is for the woman. And so, you know, when you're a progressive thinker, when you like to be, you know, equality, me and my husband are a lot about equality. And a lot of times it gets in the way because, you know, sometimes we're like, who's going to pay this time? Or, you know, sometimes he'll just pay for it. And I just be feeling like, dang, you don't even want me to get the tip. Like, because that's just how we are. We are more progressive. And so, you know, seeing her propose, I don't know. I'm going to have to think on that. Because I know their dynamic and their relationship, which really, that's really what it boils down to. Whatever works for you, that works for you. But a lot of times women, we don't want to see women get played. And a man who ain't ready to get married and you're asking him, you know, that's the number one way to get played, because you asking him, he gonna say no, he gonna have you out here looking crazy, or he gonna say yes only because he's out here in front of all these people. Now, on the other hand, if he is ready, then all's great. But then everybody gonna be whispering at your wedding. He didn't even ask her. She had to ask him. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all, let me know what you thought about this week's episode of Star. It was good. It makes you think a lot about a lot of different things in life. And it moves so fast. I don't know how they be sneaking everything in. So once again, I'm Kim Ray and this is Kim Ray Music TV. Make sure you subscribe down below to my channel. Like the video, comment, share, and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.